Hello and welcome back to another Airbrother video. Today I will be providing an update on both Sam and Victor, and we're going to go in order of severity. So we're going to start off with Victor, go to Sam, as Sam does have one, stronger wind speeds at the moment, and two, will probably pose a threat to Bermuda, as it will come pretty close. So we'll get to that at the end of this video. But let's start off here with a quick update on Victor. So current statistics for Victor is that it has maximum sustained winds of 60 miles per hour, minimum central pressure of 997 millibars, and is moving west-northwest at 12 miles per hour. So here's the current storm information for Victor. Track is still the same, just the intensity has changed. Now, it is very likely that we see Victor top out as a strong tropical storm or a very, very weak Category 1 hurricane, then starts to decline within the next 24 hours. So by this time tomorrow, we should see this start to steadily decline in strength. Now, let's go to Sam, where there's more to talk about. So, Major Hurricane Sam is a Category 4 storm with maximum sustained winds of 145 miles per hour, minimum central pressure of 938 millibars, and is moving north-northwest at 16 miles per hour. Going to the cone for Sam, we can see here that Sam will remain a major hurricane through Saturday and get downgraded to, so it'll stay a major hurricane through Saturday, and during the day on Saturday get downgraded to a hurricane, remain a hurricane pretty much the rest of its lifespan, but it does go post-tropical or extratropical on Tuesday. Now, there is tropical storm warnings up for Bermuda, as the wind field is possibly going to go over that area. And you see Bermuda's right in here. It has a 5 to 10% chance of receiving tropical storm force winds. But if we go just about like 100 miles to the east, you're in 40 to 100% chance of tropical storm force winds. Those lines are very close to each other. So it's kind of a situation where if this storm shifts more to the western part of its track, then Bermuda is under the gun for tropical storm force winds, and if it shifts to a little bit east in its track, Bermuda may not get anything at all. So that is why this storm is now important. But for another reason is that this storm, one, could pose a rough surf threat to the entire western Atlantic, but once it does go post-tropical or extratropical, it will cross the Atlantic and possibly become a windstorm in the British Isles or in Iceland. So that is just another side note of Sam. So let's go to the current storm information for Sam. And track is about the same, but intensity guidance showing that Sam has reached its peak and will slowly but surely start to decline in strength. But after about the next 48 hours, things get a little bit hairy on how fast that decline will happen. It can either drop off pretty sharply down to a Category 1 storm almost in the matter of 6 hours, or it could remain at a Category 2 and a Category 1 for a while, and then eventually go down to tropical storm strength maybe even 5 days from now. So the overall message here is that Sam is going to start to decline in strength, but the time frame for that happening is what is up for debate. So here is the GFS, and we got Sam and Victor, and we're going to track both of these here. So Sam makes his pass by Bermuda off to the east according to the GFS, and Victor reaches about its max intensity, still a tropical storm. We have a blocking high pressure here which will shear off Victor, but steer Sam more toward the British Isles and Iceland. So you can see here that the actual low pressure heads up more toward Iceland than it does the UK, but the UK could see some rain and wind, especially on the northern portion of the Isles. So we're talking more of Ireland and Scotland than England and Wales. But it's just another side note to the storm. And let's actually look at some wind speeds here. So you can see that throughout the next day or so, both Sam and Victor weaken a little bit, but Sam does remain pretty intense as it moves through the northern Atlantic, and as it gets to Ireland, it kind of weakens right up against the coastline. But in the UK, you could see sustained winds pretty close to tropical storm force, so that is just another thing that we do have to look out for. If you do live in the UK, just closely monitor Sam. It's definitely still possible that this section right here does head more toward the British Isles than it does Iceland. At this point, this is like 2 weeks out, and things could happen. So that is a quick update on both of these storm systems. Comment in the comment section down below, which storm system do you think will weaken first? Do you think that Sam's going to start weakening rapidly and gets down to tropical storm force strength by Monday, or do you think Victor dies off before Monday? Comment in the comment section down below, because they kind of both wear off at the same time. Well, Victor at the same time that Sam goes post-tropical. But that is all I have for today. If you enjoyed this video, consider leaving a like, subscribing, and hitting the bell. And I will see you guys next time.